Hello everyone, Anita here, and this is day 15 of the 30-day sketchbook challenge. I almost said 14 for some reason, I don't know why. So today I'm doing something a little bit more elaborate, I hope. Actually, this is a take 2 on the flower wreath, just a little bit different. Recently I went for a walk, and it might seem weird I'm saying it, but it's actually a pretty big occasion for me because I don't go out often. Lately it's been only work, like work, and work. So, but we went to visit a family, and then afterwards we went for a very big walk with doggy to the river. It was amazing. I absolutely loved it. And I picked up, well, my boyfriend got a little branch with flowers on it for me. I technically don't like when he does that because I feel sorry the flowers will wither, but actually they're keeping up pretty well. I'm surprised. It's been 3 days and they're still standing and they're fine, so I will take care of them as long as I can. But I also use them as an inspiration for this painting. I wanted to paint flowers. I really liked the flowers from that bush. I don't even know what that was. They kind of reminded me of apple blossoms, I don't know how to call it. I'm pretty sure these bushes give little red berries in the fall, or white berries, some kind of berries. But I'm not exactly sure what it's called at all. I'm not really into plants and stuff. I know my general oak and that kind of stuff, but this was too much. However, I really like that flower. And so I tried drawing it, and I got some tips on my previous video, the one that I called a failure. It was not really a failure, I understand that. It's just, when I say that I failed at something, it does not necessarily mean that I'm upset or I'm being hard on myself. It just literally means that the idea did not come out as I wanted it to. And when I say it's a fail, it's just the gap between the image in my head and what I put on paper is just so extremely big that that's just complete fail for me. But that does not mean that I didn't like the picture. I liked it. I really did. It just, did not meet my expectations. And that's fine as well. So I got some tips under that video, and one of them said, that was a car. I hope you did not hear that. And it's funny because it's past midnight. I tend to record these really, really late. Just because recently my neighborhood was so loud that this is pretty much the only time I can record, like past certain time, like 9 at least, 9 in the evening. That's what you get in the summer. I was already prepared for that. So back on topic. I got some really nice tips, and one of them said I should try and layer the flowers a little bit much, like the items. So your general green foliage would be like at the bottom layer, and then you would have your flowers on top. I tried doing that, and I tried doing like a little bit in my way, I suppose, just mixing everything together, just trying to bring everything a little bit closer, layering it. And to make things more interesting for myself, I've decided to just paint a face in between all the flowers. If I actually use this as an inspiration for a bigger painting, I would probably make the whole part with flowers much more elaborate. Definitely added another different flower, perhaps more leaves, just make it a bit more, let's call it bushy. In this case, I had to stick with what I had. Now, you saw me flipping the notebook just now. And that's because I've settled, I have leaves and flowers in here in this painting, and all of them had this really nice tint of green. And the only green I had in my Copic markers was this really, really spring green color. And while I was using it, it started really nicely, but then it literally ran out. Literally. As you can see here, I just gave up on it. I gave up. There was nothing left. The only thing I used it afterwards for, it was a little bit of strokes to give a little bit of shading. But it did not give the color anymore. So that's a bit of a shame, but That's why I was flipping the notebook, because I was checking. I was like, I didn't use that color that much. Why is it already gone? But I did actually use it quite a lot in my previous painting, so I was like, okay. And then I was worried about how I would finish it, because it really did not, I couldn't make it to the end. I left it on the side a few times just to let it kind of like, let the ink drip to the bottom as much as possible, but it did not work. And so I used the second best option I have, and it's this teal color. It's a BG34, so like a blue-gray teal. And, you know, it worked perfectly. I kind of tried to blend it a little bit with the green. One side turned out green, the other side turned teal. You know, kind of good. I repeated the same idea on the eyes. So one eye, I, made as much as possible with the little bit of ink I had left, and I made it greenish. And then the other one, I used teal in it to make like a gradient from brown to green or teal. And then it became a little bit too complicated. Like the colors started to blend too much, and I didn't see the lines underneath anymore. And so I picked up this brush I've had for a while, and this is an ink brush, and I'm not exactly sure from what it's a Pentel brush. It's a Pentel ink brush. It has like a sepia ink in it, literally says brown. And I really like the brush in this pen, like a lot. I want to say paintbrush. I really like the brush. It has an amazing flexibility to it. It's not too hard, it's not too soft, which is the problem I usually have. And it comes to a beautiful point. So I could make, even though the brush is so extremely thick, I could make beautiful thin lines with it. I was absolutely in love, and it fit perfectly. I used it on every single line here. I had a lot of fun. It took a while. It took me about 3 hours to finish this, but just because I was really taking my time. Now, as you can see here, you can still pretty much see what I'm doing, but this video is sped to a maximum. I cannot speed it up anymore in one go. So it's pretty, it's pretty fast. But I was really enjoying myself. I was going really slowly. I've been sketching all day, so this was a little bit more, as a relaxing thing. And I'm getting really efficient at making also the videos at the same time, because I started recording this at 9 in the evening. And then at the moment it's 3. Oh, that's extreme. It's midnight. So, it's going pretty well. I've already edited the video. I'm recording the voiceover now. So I'm really proud of myself actually to keep it up like that. And I'm really happy with the painting as well. It turned out really nice. I could have done a little bit more with the eyes, but this ink actually smudges even after it's dry, or maybe it should dry a bit longer. I'm not sure. It was dry to the touch, but perhaps it needs more time to be completely water and Copic proof. I don't know. I will try it a bit later, but I couldn't really do anything to the eyes anymore without smudging it, so I just left it. It's fine. One thing I really dislike about this ink and inks in general, and that happened also with the Ecoline thingy. Thankfully, it does not happen with Copic. The marker that I'm using, the ink seeps into it even if the ink is dry, and you get like a really, really ugly stain. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. As you can see, I had a lot of fun here. I'm really, really pleased with this one, so I hope you've also enjoyed it. And yeah, this is day 15. We're halfway there. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you tomorrow. Bye!